Hi guys, it's Sebastian with Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. I'm back with another video for you today. Today we're going to do my top 15 amber fragrances, a list that I've been dying to do for a long time, and I finally did it, so please stay tuned. So amber is a very favorite fragrance genre or type or style of fragrance. For me, I absolutely love it. Growing up, I used to smell a lot of ambery type fragrances on people. So I kind of left an impression or resonated with me very nicely because I really am drawn to that kind of resinous, kind of oriental, probably somewhat vanillic, woody kind of combination of notes that I really love. So I've got 15 here, and these are 15 of my favorites. You probably already know my number 1 and number 2, but you'll see it soon. We'll start off with number 15, which is actually a cheapie, a really cheap one. So in case you can't afford some of the other ones that are a little on the pricier side, you can start out with something inexpensive and cheap like this, and it's called JOVAN Secret Amber. Now, this is a really good deal. It's $15, and it's a good stepping stone to someone who has not tried amber fragrances because it doesn't cost a lot. You can, order one. I'll have a link for you, and just buy it and just try it and see if you like it. It's a very warm and cozy kind of an amber, and it does have a little slight bit of animalic touch to it, but it's really easy to wear. So I quite like it, and I do like wearing it. Although when you have 15 ambers, you kind of always like scrambling to figure out which one I'm going to go with. But if you only have one, I think this is a really decent release by JOVAN. A really cool release, actually. So check out JOVAN Secret Amber at number 15. Now, at number 14, it's a new fragrance for me, but it's mostly an amber, but lots of woody kind of oud notes in it, and that's GARUDA by Jules et Mad. Wow. It's amber and oud and woods. Maybe a little more woods than amber, but the amber is pretty dominant on me. It comes through when I spray it on my skin. I pick up more woods when I'm smelling it on the bottle, but the amber and the oriental style of notes come through, as I said, on me. So I really do like it, and it's a very small niche house out of France, and this cost about 150 euros. I think it was euros. Yeah, it was 150 euros, and this is a 50 ml, so it is expensive, but I quite enjoy GARUDA, and I love the name actually. So check out Jules et Mad GARUDA at number 14. At number 13, we come to a house that's known for ambers, and that particular fragrance, this is 2 from the same house. It's Ambre Russe by Perfumes et Gantier, this one right here. So a small glove maker based out of Paris that started making perfumes, and again, this is number 2, but the old bottles are different, and I have one of the older bottles for the other one here, which is one of my favorite ambers. But here, what we got is their brand new bottle. It's a very heavy bottle, and the scent inside is so potent. It's like I only need like 2 sprays, and it just goes all day. And it has a big, it's got major projection, like really heavy projection and major longevity. So if you want a fragrance like that, do check out Ambre Russe. I think it's actually, to me, it's a little overwhelming how potent this fragrance is. So Ambre Russe at number 13 by Perfumes et Gantier. So at number 12, one of my favorite niche houses, one that I started wearing fragrances from back in the late 90s. So I guess at a time when I didn't really call it niche, I guess it didn't exist in my vocabulary, but again, it was one of my very first niche houses. It's ANNICK GOUTAL, and what we've got here is Ambre FETICHE. If you like your fragrances dark, smoky, resiny, woodsy, I think this is one you should definitely check out. It's a really dark amber, very smoky, like really like dark and dense too. This one actually is an older bottle. Their bottles have all been redone now because they got bought out by a Korean makeup company. So they've rebranded some of the look of their stuff, and so it does look different now, but I have the old bottle obviously. So also the other thing is, I don't know if the fragrances have been reformulated. I have no idea, but this particular one here, it's really potent, really lasts a long time, so you only need a few sprays. So Ambre FETICHE at number 12. That's ANNICK GOUTAL. So at number 11, a fragrance house out of Italy. It's Nobile 1942, and it's Ambre Nobile right here. This one's a really lively amber. It hints at a little bit of this Ambre Mythique, but it's not as dense as that one, and it's a little brighter, has a little more things going on, whereas that one is like focused on a few notes. This one has a little more like freshness to it, which I kind of find easier to wear. So also it's very inexpensive. It's about $150 for, maybe it's 130 or 140. So it was really inexpensive for this one. So if you like your ambers, you want a little unique take on an amber where it's a little more fresher than a lot denseness, I would check out Nobile 1942 Ambre Nobile. And that's at number 11. So at number 10, a very, very popular fragrance in Fragcom, and it's a very, very easy to wear amber. It's from a major designer, but this is their private collection, privé collection. It's Dior Ambre Nuit. So again, this one has a huge following. Everyone seems to like it because it's probably very easy to wear. It's very clean, and it's crystal clean. It's like you put it on and it's an amber, but it's not dense, heavy. So that's why it makes it a little more easier to wear. There is a dominant rose note in here too, but what a beautiful scent. It's really a beautiful amber. I mean, a lot of the ambers that we've mentioned already are more like masculine. This is more, I think this is a little more, I'm not saying it's a feminine fragrance, but it's the feminine side of amber compared to the other ones that we've mentioned already. But very, very easy to wear. Do check it out. Get decants if you can't afford. This is $300 plus tax for 250 ml. But I think samples and decants can be purchased so you can try it out, because I think you'll probably most likely end up liking Ambre Nuit by Dior. At number 9 is the second Maître Parfumé at Gantier fragrance, and it's Ambre Russe in this bottle. This is the old bottle. This is the new bottle. And I did do a video review for this one, Ambre Mythique. You can check it out. I'll have a link. But this one, wow, this is a great, great amber. I haven't checked out the new one, so that's why I put it down the list. I need to check out the edition in this bottle because, they, like I said, they've been redone, new bottles. They don't look like this anymore. It's more like this bottle. But if it turns out that the juice is the same and it smells like really potent, I would probably move it up. But for now, this is perfect at number 9. It's a very masculine amber. I find it to be kind of dusty, spicy, and very, very masculine, but I find women wearing it. To me, it comes off very masculine, but it's not a bad thing. I really do enjoy it, as I said. So Ambre Russe by Maître Parfumé at Gantier is number 9. At number 8, from the Killian house, it's Amber Oud. I do have it here in this little atomizer. Oh man, this is so good, but you know, I hardly detect any woody oud notes. It's all very, very cozy amber. It's almost like a sweet gourmand to me. It doesn't even have this denseness. So it doesn't mean it doesn't last either. It smells great, and it does have some legs, although mine were purchased 3-4 years ago, and I'm not sure how the formulations have been, and now that they've been purchased by Estee Lauder, but still the scent is so good. I highly recommend Amber Oud if you like ambers without any oud in it. Again, I don't understand why it's called Amber Oud because I hardly detect oud in there, but again, I guess there's oud in there. So Amber Oud at number 8. At number 7, we've got a brand new amber for me, and this one I picked up from Paris, France. It's from a house from the 20s that's been resurrected. It's Isabey, who used to exist around the Art Deco era, so a lot of their older bottles were very Art Deco. And this is L'Ambre de Carthage by Isabey, this bottle right here. I really love this one. It's a nice, masculine, dense fragrance, but it's all about amber. It's very spicy. It's got floral notes in it. It's so good. I absolutely adore this one, and I love wearing it. And the performance is really, really awesome. And it has a big cloud. Its projection is really excellent. It's not as heavy as this one. This one's really heavy, like extremely heavy. But again, this one is really nice. Again, I really prefer this one over Ambre Mythique. And man, it smells so good. It smells so good. It's dense, but it's got this like brightness around it, which makes it not so heavy, if that makes sense. But it is very dense fragrance. So Isabey L'Ambre de Carthage is at number 7. At number 6 is L'air du Desert Marocain by Tower Perfumes. And Everybody knows LDDM, everybody loves, or most likely everybody, I think everybody should like it, but you don't have to like it. It is one of my favorite ambers, but it is a unique take on amber. It's a very dusty, dry amber. And actually the name L'air du Désert Marocain, the air of the Moroccan desert, is perfectly named here because it's very dry. It's like a dry amber, which I really love. Really, really love. There's something also sweet in the background that I also like. And of course the tower oud is really, really present here. It's so present. It's like when you know this fragrance and you know a few others, you can pick up the tower oud or the DNA of Tower Perfumes. Wonderful fragrance. It's L'air du Désert Marocain by Tower Perfumes at number 6. At number 5, this one's a pretty popular one too. It's Ambre Sultan by SERGE LUTENS. What a wonderful fragrance. What I like about this one is it is very spicy. It has herbal notes and spicy notes, and it kind of makes the amber come alive a little bit. It's very similar to the next one, and it's a discontinued one unfortunately, but you can still get it in Paris. And but this one definitely is not as good as, so it's number 5. Number 4 is Mitza by Dior Privé. And again, they have similarities. This one's a little more like herbal. Like I get green notes here that I don't get here. And I prefer Mitza because it's all honey and cinnamon. It's so good. So good. But they're very similar. This one has a little bit of animalic touch to it. Slight bit that's not here. And here it's a little more green, as I said. Like almost get like an oregano or some kind of a green herbal note, which is not present here. But this one's so good. And as I said, you can pick up a bottle in Paris. You'd have to kind of coordinate it at the Dior boutique or at the Galeries Lafayette if you want. It is more expensive. These are more expensive in Europe than they are here. It's like 305 or 310 euros, whereas here they are $300 for a 250 ml, but our price doesn't include tax, theirs does, so I guess it balances out. So Mitza, awesome fragrance. Not sure why they discontinued it, but I think maybe they figured they already have an amber, why have two? So anyway, Mitza at number 4. Number 3 is a brand new one, and I adore this one. I love this one. It is Ambre Loup by Rania J. Wow, it is so good. It's smoky, but not heavy. It's amber, almost kind of comes off like something pastry-like, dessert sweet-like, but then also kind of leathery. I don't know, something about it is changing all the time on me, and I just adore it. It's just awesome. So Rania J, it is a really inexpensive actually too. It's for $130, I think retails here, somewhere around there. But boy, what a wonderful amber. I just can't get enough of this one. It is just amazing. I don't say that about a lot of fragrances, I guess, but this one is amazing. So Ambre Loup by Rania J Parfumeur. It's a Paris-based brand. That's number 3. And number 2 is a really great amber, but very clean. It's almost as clean as Ambre NUIT by Dior, but I prefer this one more. It's still a little more dense than the Ambre NUIT. That is Grand Soir by Maison Francis Kurkdjian, my number 2 best favorite fragrance release of last year, of the ones that I acquired, of course. Man, this is so good. Inspired by Paris in the evening. Some people say it smells a little bit like Fève Délicieuse. I don't get that. It's more amber, but this is shiny amber, bright amber. It's like illuminated amber because it's inspired by the lights, the city lights of Paris. So I get that from this fragrance. So good. Smells great on me, even more out of the bottle. So number 2, MFK or Maison Francis Kurkdjian. It's Grand Soir or Grand Soir. My number 1 favorite amber fragrance is Ambre Russe. So good. This is heavenly. It's boozy, and it's one of my favorite boozy scents. And again, it's my favorite amber. The booziness and the dried fruit make this amber the most unique amber out of all of these. I absolutely adore this one and wear lots of it. As I said, dried fruits make it cozy, the booze make it kind of lively, the boozy notes, and then of course that amber is in here. It's just such a great scent. Ambre Russe, Russian amber, I guess, but boy, so good. If you can get your noses on this one, do buy samples or decants because I really highly recommend this one. It's a top 10 all-time fragrance for me. So there you have it, my top 15 amber fragrances. What do you think? Did I miss anything? I know there's more out there, but this is what I have currently in my collection, and this is organized in top 15. So I love these, I love wearing them, and of course, the closer to the #1 spot are the ones I wear more of compared to the ones that are in the back. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please indicate if you have your favorites. I'd like to know if there's anything missing so I can check out in the future. Also, please make sure you're subscribed to this channel so that you don't miss out on future videos and giveaways. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Please like this video, please share it, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.